Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. I've got my top joined at the sides. So now all I got to do is go around and around and around with half double crochets. I hope you're all doing well. I will show you my top when people come in. I know Granny D's on, and so I probably won't get a lot of people, if any, in my life. But that's okay. I just watched a video on Pure Flakes that was highly regarded from one of my Christian friends, YouTubers. And it was very good. I got you. You got me, says John. What did I get? John, how did I get you? Uh-huh. Okay. Welcome in, John. It's good to have you here. So how are you, John? Not for long. Yeah, everybody loves Granny D. She served her time. She's got lots of followers, lots of subscribers. Hi, Shatika. How are you? Blessings to you as well. How are you doing, Shatika? I've got water in my cup and I'm working on my top, the very colorful top. See, Shatika? It's turning out pretty good so far, I think. What are you doing, Shatika? Do you have any projects that you're working on? Hi, Kivia. How are you? What are you working on, Kivia? I'm working on a very colorful top. Carol. Hi, my good friend Carol. How are you? How was lunch with your grandkids at school? I'm working on a very colorful top, Carol. It was great, good. See, this is Ice Yarn Picasso brand. Kivia says, hi, Carol. And that's what I'm using for this top. I've got a long ways to go on this top, but I joined it at the underarms. Hi, sweet Kivia, says Carol. Okay. And it's all kind of tangled up. How are you all doing? I'm working on this top, and I got the underarms joined. See, these are the armholes. This is the part that goes over the shoulder, and then it's joined here. I got this much joined so far. And when I get it to the right length, then I'll go around the armholes and make it look pretty. Carol says, I just started a corner to corner blanket using Super Bulky 6 emergency gift. Wow. So what do you mean by emergency gift, Carol? A gift you forgot to make? You like making those corner to corner blankets, don't you? I'm I like making these tops because they're easy. It's very understandable and easy to remember the pattern. Yes, a gift I forgot to make. So who's it for, if I may ask? I love, love, love making the corner to corner. Good. I'm wondering who the gift is for, Carol. My mother's roommate. Okay. You know what I found? It's puzzle yarn that I have, that I bought a lot of to make a corner to corner afghan. And I'll be doing that when I have time. When I get rid of some of my other projects going right now. Is it a birthday gift for your mother's roommate, or what kind of, what's it for? What's the occasion? Or is it going to be a Christmas gift? I imagine since it's an emergency gift, it's not for Christmas. Because Christmas is 3 months away. I would imagine his birthday's in 2 weeks or something. Or her. Hmm. Emergency gift. Well, I figured a lot of people are going to be at Granny D's live right now, but I just watched a good movie, kind of a tearjerker movie, brought tears to my eyes, but kind of happy tears. This is a pumice stone. I love them for filing my nails. I think they're meant to slough off dead skin cells off your feet, but I use them as nail files. They're easier for me to hold on to. So I think they work really well. So how are you all doing? Kivia and Carol and Shatika and John, if you're still here. Okay. By the way, that's Mr. Does Not Crochet in Kansas. He comes to support me. Oh, hi, Marshall Lee. How are you? What's up? Virtual hugs. Hi, everybody in the chat. It's good to see you, Marshall. What are you up to today? I'm working on a colorful top. I'm using Ice brand Picasso yarn in the color rainbow. Hi, Liz. Okay, Liz says, hi, Michelle Han, how are you? Hit the thumbs up, please, everyone. And Marshall says, I am blessed and highly favored. I am working on a hat. Good for you, Marshall. And yes, we are all blessed and highly favored. And, but congratulations, that must be great working on a hat. Liz says, hi, everyone in the chat. And Kivia says, hi, Liz. How are you all doing? I wasn't expecting a great turnout in my life because I know that Granny D is on, but I didn't want to go into her life for some reason. I just wanted to do my own thing right now. Carol says, hi, Liz. How are you doing? I'm working on a colorful top, Liz. Very bright, as almost matches this top that I'm wearing. This is the front. I put a stitch marker there to mark where the front is. Marshall says, I would love to try ice yarns. Never tried it. It took me a while before I decided to try it. I saw someone, Doris from Rose Cottage Studio, used it once in the rainbow colors, and I loved it so much I wanted to order this yarn just like she had. And so that's what I'm making my top out of. It's very soft. It's got a halo, but I think it's all acrylic. But it's got a halo on it. It's chain spun. I'd have to go to the website to read up more about it. Liz says, hi, Kivia Han. Kivia says, same here too, blind stitches. Yeah. And Liz says, hi, sweet Carol. And Liz says, hi, Marshall. I won't be making another order for ice yarns for at least a year, maybe more. I figured I need to get rid of some yarn before I order more. Blind Stitches says, hey, I'm not sure, Kivia. Okay, and Liz says, how far are you on your shirt? Not very. I just joined under the arms 2 rounds ago. And Marshall says, hey, Liz, how you doing? See, here's my top, and I've only got 2 rounds joined, 2 or 3, 2 rounds. Hey Liz, how you doing? Like you say all the time, Liz. Liz says I went to see my doctor to see what is wrong. Came out with 2 new medicines. Oh. So what is wrong, Liz? If you don't mind me asking. I mean, is he helping you sleep better, or what's causing the problems with your sleeping? And you're hurting all the time. Carol says, "Hi, sweet Marshall-lee." Wow. They're pretty desperate, these scammers. They are running tests. Will not know by next week. He thinks it's my kidneys. Wow. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how to report spam from a text. Hi, Miss Carol, virtual hugs. How are you doing? Says Marshall-lee. And I don't know how to do it. And that pin to top. Delete. Also block this email address. Okay. Sorry, guys. I had somebody pretending they were Amazon. They're blocking, or they're putting a stop to my Amazon account unless I verify. And it comes via text. That is pretty desperate for these scammers to do. That's bullshit. Sorry, excuse my language. Liz says, I'm doing well, crocheting my fingers away on your emergency gift, right? I forget what's the occasion. I know you said it's for your mother's roommate, but. Yep, yes, so people fall for it. Yeah, pretty desperate. Yes, Liz. He's home. And Carol says, I got that text yesterday. Okay, and Carol says it's a birthday gift. Well, that's a lovely birthday gift, a corner to corner Afghan. That's quite a birthday gift. Yep, feel bad for the people who get suckered into it. Wow, Marshall Lee, you're working up a cross stitch hat and scarf set. Amazing. Hi, John, says Liz. Yes, best gift. Mm-hmm. Knit Pearl and Squirrel, hey! She says, hey, Michelle, hey, y'all, time to brew some bougie coffee. Trisha's Creative Treasure says, hello, all you beautiful people. I have made it to a live. Yes, you have. Welcome. I'm surprised you're here, Granny D. I'm happy you're here, but I'm also surprised you're here because you've got a live going on too, don't you? Hi, Granny D. Hi, Trish, says Kivia. Hi, Trish, says Liz. Carol says, hi, sweet Granny D. Trish says, hi, Kivia. Awesome. How are you all doing? I'm working on a very colorful top. It's going to be a tank top. And Blind Stitches says, I had that scam call last week. And Trish says, hey, how you doing, Liz? And Trish says, hey, Carol. Marshall Lee says, hey, Granny Boo, virtual hugs, all lady. And Granny D says, Liz, I put that on my community tab. That Amazon info for the Halloween wishes. Kivia says, I got a scam call yesterday. Well, I get calls too on my home phone, and I get a scam text today, which I just had to deal with. Okay, so you finished your live at 6:27-ish. Okay, because it's 5:43 here. Okay, and Liz says, okay, I'll go look. What are you going to look at, Liz? Just curious. Liz, put that, the Amazon info for the Halloween squishes. Yeah, I don't have a community tab yet, but I am so close. I'm at 491, Granny D. So I'm close to getting my community tab. As long as YouTube doesn't keep taking away my subscribers like they have been. So how are you, Granny D? Marshall Lee says if you don't answer them by phone, they send you by text. And Trish says you are very close. Yes, last week they took almost 10 from me. Oh, that makes me irritated. Yes, me too. They took people were subscribing and I was ending up with fewer subscribers on my numbers of subscribers, even though people were subscribing to me. I was getting notified that people were subscribing and I'd end up with fewer subscribers. Liz says they took some of mine. Yep. And hi, Jennifer. How are you? Hey, Michelle. I'm watching from bed. Yeah, must be late where you're at. Trish says it seems as soon as you get new ones, they take someone off. At least one. I think they took about 8 of them away last week. Trish says I'm in bed too, Jennifer. Wow. So Trish, where are you at? Liz says, hi, Jennifer. I am laying down on my couch. And Jennifer says, hey, everyone. I had Pilates this afternoon. So I got good and stretched out and got my muscles stretched and worked. And so Trish, I don't know what did you ask, Michelle? I don't know. I'm doing fab. Hope you are. Yes, I am, Granny D. Okay, retype. What did you ask, Michelle? I don't remember. Blind Stitches says, yes, me also. I was at 686 yesterday and I checked today and I'm down to 682. Trying to get to my 700, so close. Yes, you are. And Trish says, I can't text tonight. Well, we all have those times, Trish. Jennifer says, how is your head, Michelle? I took some Excedrin migraine, so I'm doing pretty good right now. And I've got water today. Water in my cup. My big 52-ounce mug. I like it because it's got a lid that won't let it spill. So even if I tip it sideways, it won't spill. Because you know me with my coordination issues and balance. Just glad to be here. I watched a good movie today at the referred to by one of my Christian YouTubers that I follow. And I found it on PureFlix. And it was a good feel-good story. But of course, there's always a climax and a problem, and they got to overcome a problem. And so I'm doing all right. I'm working on my colorful top, Jennifer. I gave up on the socks. I'm sorry. I got to find an easier sock pattern. But this is my top. And I got the sides joined. So that's for under the arm right here. So I've got a long ways to go on it. But I'm using ice yarns. Picasso is the name of it. It is, I believe it's all acrylic, but if you look closely, there's a halo, a small halo, and it's chain spun. That's pretty. Love the yarn. Thank you. It's Ice Yarns Picasso brand. And it's funny, when I went there, they didn't have this color. They only have one or two Picasso colors at a time. So when you tell them to notify you when they get it, you better jump on it. And that's what I did. The design is by Doris at Rose Cottage Studio, but she shut her channel down. She is no longer online. She shut it down when her family came into some medical issues, medical emergency. That's when she shut her channel down. Jennifer says that top is great. I'll try find you a better sock pattern, or you try my socks in a thinner yarn. I'm going to try those easy socks, the warmest socks ever. I'm going to try those, that pattern. Hugs back, Marshally Boo, says Granny D. I've made 2 of her tops already. This pattern. So I like it. Thing is, she doesn't write patterns. She never did. She doesn't read patterns. So she told us how to make it. So as long as I remember how to do this edging, decorative edging, which I think I do now, because I made 3 or 4 of them and then I put them away. So this is something I just picked up recently to work on again. So yeah, for the sock pattern, Jennifer, I finished the gusset and my count is off. I thought it was right, but it's off. I like the yarn and the pattern, says Jennifer. Thank you. This sock pattern, I'm gonna still try to work on it. I'm not gonna give up yet, but I think I want to put this aside and work another sock pattern before I tackle this again. If that makes any sense, Jennifer. But I really like this yarn. This is Cotton Collage, and it's a 1 weight. So yeah, I got an order. I placed an order from Amazon today, or a few days ago, and I got it in the mail today. It's for these tension rings. I'm not quite sure how to use them, but I'm trying to teach someone how to crochet. And she has arthritis in her fingers and can't hold the yarn the tension of the yarn well with her fingers. So that's why I ordered these, because I'm trying to teach her how to crochet. I'll try and join you live over the weekend. Okay, sounds good, Jennifer. Sleep well. Carol says I'm going to use Crochet Crowd sock tutorial and pattern. I might try that. And Granny D says, yes, the cotton collage is nice yarn. I'm not used to working with such thin yarn, though. I mean, have you seen my Gen Ivy top? I used Hobie yarn for that. So that was thin yarn, and it was about as thin as this. But socks, I have never crocheted socks before. So it's a very first for me. And I think I'd be better working on socks with a thicker yarn first. But Carol has once told me that she loved to see my craft room. I said, no, you don't want to see my craft room. Where I've got my yarn, it's a mess. And she says, no, I really do want to see it. And I'm like, no, you don't. I don't want to show it. I figured the only way I can get it to look decent is to use up some of the yarn that's didn't make it to the shelves because there's no room. Granny D says mine is such a wreck too. Yeah, my husband wishes I would clean it up a little bit. But you know, he puts up with my crap, I put up with his, so you know. So yeah, I'll probably visit that sock tutorial someday from the Crochet Crowd. But I think first I'm gonna try the warmest socks or warmest feet ever. I forget what it's called. Jennifer wouldn't know, but I saved it somewhere. Here it is. Beginners, no, that one's the beginner crochet tube sock tutorial. I don't know where it is. Carol says I'm using yarn I had stored in our fifth wheel. Just a minute, doorbell rang. I can't hear you. Yeah. Warmest feet ever is my socks. I showed the finished socks on VJ's live today. Cool. Warmest feet ever. I saved it. I just thought I had it in one of my tabs, but I don't. But I bet it's in here somewhere. But I know I saved it to my computer, so it's in here. I can just put that in the search engine and it'll come up. Yep, Caraway Crochet. Got it. Yeah, I've got a bunch of yarn on the floor in bags and in boxes and stuff that I... Fifth wheel is a trailer, a camping trailer, Jennifer. And she complains she doesn't have enough room in her for yarn storage. She's got a whole fifth wheel to put it in. You know, there's one of my subscribers who, Kai, she and her husband live in a fifth wheel or an RV, one or the other, and they travel the country. So she's only has a limited space to store yarn. And you're complaining, Carol, you've got a house. And granted, there are a lot of people who live in your house, but you also have a fifth wheel to store your yarn in. Carol says, no, it's a camper recreational vehicle that you pull with a truck. It's parked in our carport. Well, see, you've got another place to store yarn. Count your blessings, lady. I've got my daughter's old room, which I used to store yarn, and my books. Of course, the yarn and the books end up in the kitchen and living room also. Carol says, my husband used it as an office when the pandemic hit. Well, that's good. That's very creative. Use the space you've got. Jennifer says, my craft room is cramped. Some of my whips I've had to move so I could find them. Exactly. Me, I took a whip out of storage. Hi, camper. How are you? I took it out of storage in the basement where I stored some of my old yarn, and I brought it upstairs to so it would be in my sight. Hello, Yarny chat friends. And Jennifer says, "Hey, Tina." And I couldn't find a place to put it, so I put it back downstairs. Because at least now I know it's there. Hopefully, I won't forget. But I've got too many other projects going right now. Kivia says, "Hi, Camper." Camper says, "Hi, Jennifer." Hi, Marshall. What's new, Tina? Working with this yarn gives me the itchy nose because it's got fuzzies or a little halo on it. I don't know if you can tell, but it's got a little bit of a halo. Camper says, "Hi, Jennifer." Hi, Marshall. Hi, Kivia. Hi, Carol. And Jennifer says, "Is Liz here?" Hey, Kivia. Liz was here. Jennifer, okay. Asked if Liz was here. And Tina says, "Hey, Granny D and Trisha." And Kivia says, "Hi, Jennifer." So what else can I do, Granny D, to grow my channel? If I missed you, sorry. Hello, says Tina. And I don't know what happened, but it's kind of not, I gotta find out what's wrong with this. Why it's all not straight. Carol says, "Hi, sweet Tina." I've got a mess here trying to find out why it's so tangled. Jennifer says, "I'm more awake now. I've come to bed." That happens a lot. Oh, wow. Sorry to hear that, Jennifer. Here you are trying to get a good night's sleep and you wake up as soon as your head hits the pillow. Wow. Tina says, I was trying to run the sweeper and feel like it run over me. Okay, finish your sentence. What's wrong with it? Who are you talking to and what are you talking about, Tina? Me? Jennifer says, it's okay. I don't mind. I'm home all weekend, so no rush to get up in the mornings. Okay. No rush to get up in the mornings, right? Me neither. Except my husband's got his alarm set for 5 a.m. every morning. Well, when he doesn't work. When he works, it's up early. He gets up earlier. Who was at the door? Inquiring minds need to know. Somebody trying to sell me something. People going through the neighborhood. Of course, they're wanting to bid on something or other. I don't know. I says, I wouldn't open the screen door. So they were talking, and I've got fans running. I can't hear anything unless they speak up. And he wasn't speaking up. So he said, thank you. Have a good day. So I don't know who it was, but there were two guys there asking if I'm the homeowner. And I said, yes. And then they started talking a spiel and, hey, I can't hear you, but I'm not opening this door. Hola, Maritza. How are you?
Time's your meeting? Your Bible study?
7.
Okay.
My husband scared me.
Hello, lady.
He said, what time's your meeting? I was thinking, uh-oh, did I miss it? I didn't yet. I gotta leave in 15 minutes though. 2 men showing up is not a good thing. Well, if it makes you feel any better, they were dressed in a professional manner. But I still didn't open the front door. I mean, I opened the big door, but my what do they call that door? Screen door, which ours is mostly glass. I wouldn't unlock that one. So they had to speak through it. And of course, with the fans going, I didn't hear a thing. So where did you get the pattern for your rainbow top? That came from Doris at Rose Cottage Studio. She does not write patterns. She does not read patterns. So she gave a tutorial, and she no longer has a channel. Her channel is shut down. Her YouTube channel, whatever you want to call it, is shut down. It's no longer there. So it's based off of memory, because I've made 2 of her tops in full so far, except for the ring around the collar neckline. But I had all this done up and, from both of those. They don't want to announce to all the neighbors at once. Not from my patio, anyway. Well, the only reason she gave is there was a family medical emergency. And I guess she had to go stay with somebody and the reception was not good. But I don't understand why she shut it completely down. She could have always kept it going, and then when she had time, or when she got back to more, of her condition, she could have taken it back up. So that's all I know is there was a medical emergency in her family as her reason for taking down her channel. And that's a shame because I went back to her channel afterwards to try to get a refresher on what I need to do. And it's shut down. So then I had to rely solely on memory. So other than that, I don't know what happened to my, there it is. That's the front. In the right side, I thought. Yep. Camper says, I think you've done good remembering so far with it. Thank you. I think so too, Jennifer. And Tina says, yes, left her videos there. You don't have to remove them. I have my email and have over 7,000 emails from old ones that I erase and can't get rid of them all. Yep. Well, she shut down her channel completely. Although she has noticed when I what do you call it, pinned her to my, or gave her a shout out or said, this is a top I made from Doris at Rose Cottage Studios pattern. She got that one. She gave me a thumbs up or said something in that respect. And I said, well, that's because there was a great teacher teaching it. So, Chandler, hi. How are you? What are you working on, Chandler? And what's in your cup? I've got water in mine. Chandler, what's wrong? Jennifer says, hey, Chandler. Anything we can help with? Hevia says, hi, Chandler. Chandler says, working on a granny square cardigan. Cool. Tina says, hi, Chandler. What's up? Are you having problems with your cardigan or, oh, I tore a ligament in my ankle and I've been in a lot of pain. Oh, I'm sorry, Chandler. Sorry to hear it. Mm-hmm. When did this happen, Chandler? I'm wondering whether you should ice it or heat it. Yesterday. Wow. That sucks.
It's the ice times.
Yeah, you might want to try putting ice on it, according to my husband.
There you go.
Thank you, honey. He made me a nice little ball.
Says the yarn was laying all over the floor.
Boy, he makes these balls so much better than I do. It's not naughty talk. I've been icing a lot, she says. Yep. I don't know when it's a good time to switch to heat. Oh, you heat it when the swelling goes away.
Usually a couple, 3 days.
Usually 2 or 3 days, according to my husband. Tina says, did you cut your yarn, Michelle? No, I did not. It's attached to this, which is attached to my top. It was on the floor. Some of this yarn was on the floor from when I went to go answer the door. When the doorbell rang. My husband hates seeing my yarn laying all over the floor, so he picks it up for me, because he's just that kind of nice guy. But I hate to do this to you all, but I have to get going. My Bible study starts at 7 o'clock, which is in 36 minutes. Okay, I missed what Camper said. Every time I get yarn barfs, mine always says cut it. I say, no, I'm not going to cut it up. And Jennifer says, do you make your husband anything? Yes, I've made him hats, and I've made him mittens, and I've made him Afghans, like comfort, the kind to watch a movie with, curl up with. You all have a good evening, says Tina. Thank you. You do the same. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you probably tomorrow. Okay? Thank you for being here. Jennifer says, okay, have a good evening, everyone. You do the same. And Chandler, I will add you to my prayer list. Okay? Goodbye, everyone.